All right, here we are on January the 1st in the afternoon, and it's beginning to cloud up. I do want to accent and present the beautiful South Georgia camellia. This is blooming in the dead of winter. Isn't that something? And look at it, it's grown so much since last year. I'd say it was half this big last year. I don't know, does it have a... I don't smell anything. All right, we're gonna shoot the blacktail Sitka today. And I'm going to talk about something that I just figured out, or I've been thinking about it. The arrow, all arrows have a trajectory. That would be this. And when you're close, there's very little drop. There's such a small amount of drop that you can just aim where you want to hit. But as you get further back, it begins to present an arc or a trajectory. I'm shooting 3-finger under, anchoring thumb knuckle to the cheekbone, and I'm using instinctive gap. That means that I'm not using the arrow tip as a sight. I am doing it instinctively, but not purposefully. This thing right here is called the greatest computer in the world. Not mine, but all of ours. And it actually makes that calculation on its own. And with the bow and arrow, not only does it have to make the calculation of the arc as you get further back, but it also has to calculate for a greater and greater arc as you get further back. So that's quite a complicated situation. So the arc might be this when you're close, this when you're further away, and this when you're further back. And that's because the arrow loses energy as it gets further back. But it's kind of amazing how the brain can do all that if you allow it to, if you're not afraid of it. Okay? Do it a couple of times. I'm about 15 yards here. I wouldn't think there'd be more than 2 inches of arc at this distance, so I pretty much aim where I want to hit. Instinctive gap. All right? Now, I didn't mean to hit it up there high in the shoulder. That wasn't my intention, but I did miss. I was trying to hit it in the kill zone. More like that right there. Now let's go back some. All right, now, come on. Come on back here with me. Put it over here. Put it over here on the master. All right, now, from here, we're more like 20 yards now, and there's a pretty decent amount of arc. So this is all a calculation that goes on right here. Without thinking, the brain does this. You look at it, right in the boiler room. Okay? So we're going to come on back some more. Now, I don't know what the mathematical equation is, but I can tell you that at this distance, which is more like 30 yards, this arrow is going to be dropping more and more. So the arc is even greater. But I say that the brain is capable of doing that. Now, you have to shoot the bow a lot. for the brain to find out and plug in the different numbers that it needs to. From back here, look at the target, right in the kill zone. Now, it really gets difficult back here. Now, from back here, I could use the pure gap method, which would be to actually aim the point of my arrow. Use that as a sight. And that works. But the other way works also. Especially if you practice it a lot and if you believe in it. So I'm going to try pure instinctive back here and imagine the arc. Boom, right in the kill zone. Now that's instinctive gap, but I'm going to name it something else. I'm going to call it instinctive arc shooting. It's instinctive arc shooting. Go back up here again. There's going to be very little arc up here. Well, let's see. We're at 20. We're at 15, okay? The arc here is going to be minuscule. Now, this bow is new to me. This is my Blacktail Sitka. I've had it about 1 week. Very little arc. My mind is going to imagine the arc. That busted his heart right in two. Now let's go up here a little more. There's almost zero arc here. So my mind is going to do that. Okay, and that's all my arrows. Okay, let's walk up here a little bit. All right, so that's what I call 3-finger under instinctive arc, where I'm becoming aware, or I'm imagining the arc that the bow is creating, like a rainbow. All right, I'm out here, and it is January the 1st. I want to mention our God and Creator, Yeshua the Messiah, Jesus Christ, starting this new year. And I would like to seek the lost sheep of Yeshua. This is my way of doing it. Shoot my bow, talk about archery a little bit, do the other things that we do around the farm, and hope that we are reaching some of the people out there that have not committed to Jesus yet. And I want to encourage you to do that in this year. And I would like to encourage you to do it right this very minute, if you would. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. He's the way to eternal life. He's the truth. He didn't say I am one of the truth. He is the truth. And I am the life, the eternal life. I'd like you to grab a hold of that saying right there. And I'd like you to fall on your knees and say, Jesus, I believe you. I want that eternal life. Would you please save me and forgive my sins? And I'm going to devote my life to you from here on out. There'll be ups and downs. We know that. I'm not saying that we won't sin anymore. But we're going to turn our back on the darkness and start heading toward the light. All right, this is Gardner Israel coming to you from South Georgia. Thank you for watching.